Good morning. It's a gorgeous August morning. I am so happy to be doing this job today. It's great. We're back in the rose garden, and we're going to learn how to clone your roses. If you have a favorite rose like this one, that you just adore and you wish you had another one, you can make a carbon copy by, well, it's not cloning. Not scientifically anyway. It's just cuttings. But this is the proper way of doing cuttings. In front of you, in front of me, there is standard rooting hormone. This one's called Root Starter. And it is available at any nursery. If you can't get to a nursery, this here is a homemade root stimulant, which is half honey and half cinnamon. You can see it in there. And the honey provides a stimulant, nutrition for the stem of the rose to grow roots, and the cinnamon is like antibacterial. So I don't know which one is more successful. We're going to try them both today. Okay. Also, you need potatoes and a screwdriver. We will see. We're gonna dig in our new plant right here. Not very deep, just deep enough to put a potato and cover it up. And we're gonna take a cutting from our favorite rose just below a leaf node. There, on a 45-degree angle. Trim off the bottom leaves and also any buds or flowers, like that. Okay? Then, stick it right in your container of water. Keep that stem wet right away. Take your screwdriver, plunge it into the center of the potato, not all the way through, like that. Get a nice core. Then open up your rooting hormone carefully, and take the wet end, mush it around in there, so it's totally covered in rooting hormone. Don't fall over. Okay. Then take your cored potato. Make sure it's a nice snug fit. You don't want air in there. Don't want it to dry out. So the potato will keep it moist for at least a week, maybe 2. And the sugars in the potato feed the rose. That's the theory. Let's see how it works. Stick it in the ground. We're going to have it so that the potato is just below the surface. Like that. Okay. Done. So we'll come back and we'll take a look at this in about 2 months. Well, maybe I'll, if it's looking as good as this next week, I'll take another quick video. Let's do another one next week and then another one maybe a month after that. Okay? So here, have a close look. Okay, and we'll try another one with the homemade root stimulant for those of you who can't get to the nursery. It's a week later in the rose garden. Things have quieted down here. Lots of buds coming, but not too many flowers. Meanwhile, our transplant in a potato doesn't look so good. I think it's got a 50-50 chance of surviving. The one next to it, though, better. It looks green top to bottom. Still dropped its leaves, but that's to be expected. It's in shock. So maybe the next month will tell. Meanwhile, this one, I think maybe the black comes off. Try and stop the spread. There we go. 2 weeks after planting, these roses look horrible. There's a little green at the bottom. One last sign of hope, but it's lost all its leaves. Now, I've never done this before, so I have no idea whether this is normal behavior for this 2 weeks of total shock, or whether they're almost dead. Don't know. But the neighbor's in the same condition. You can see there's some green tone to it still, but it's just a stick. Well, probably be another month before anything shoots up, if it's gonna shoot up. Hey there. Welcome back to the rose garden. It's starting to fade, but lots of buds still coming. Just finishing off the edges a little cleaner, get a tighter line. It's mid-September, and the sad news is, on top of 5 days of heavy smoke, choking smoke, and the pandemic starting to get worse, and the looming hellish nightmare of 4 more years of Donald Trump, our rose has died, or sure it looks dead. So maybe the potato is just internet folklore and I was a sucker to buy the story. Sounded good, sounded great, but maybe it's all crap. Or the other possibility is this is the natural cycle of this process and something will come up from the potato in the spring. See, I'm still an optimist, even though I'm faced with the twig. Tell you what, if this is the last addition to this video, that means the rose never came back. And I was a sucker. And so are you. Ha ha ha. Anyway, we can't blame ourselves for being optimistic, right? It'd be so much fun if this sort of thing worked. There's the partner, looking equally dead. I don't know, there's a little change from one end to the other, but I think I'm just grasping at twigs. Okay, till next time.